to see where it's going to come from.
What was that? You sitting in the defence against Stephen very quickly?
Yeah, I think we're looking for a bit of magic. Has Nakamura got the magic? Has Craig Conway got the magic? We'll have to wait and find out.
We'll have to wait and find out. You'll find it all here on the BBC. 1 just now. We'll be going over to 2 at 10 o'clock. But stick with us. It's an extra half an hour. It's going to be fantastic. Billy Dodds and Paul Mitchell will take you through it.
Well, we're enjoying the action. The extra 30 minutes ahead. Gary Caldwell, Lee Wilkie, Callum Murray, all of a smile. 7 goals in the 2007 semi-finals, 7 goals in last season's semi-finals. Rangers with all 3 in 2009. I doubt we're going to get 4 goals, but then again, you never know. Samaras gets us underway. Naylor. Off Wilkie. Church to Flynn. Dixon. Conway with a touch. Hinkle just being worried there. It's a free kick. Wilkie wins the header again. On to Naylor. We might go Church. Process. To Caldwell. Launch long. Kenneth kept his eye on it. It's a good header to the side rather than down the middle. Barry Robson. Booed by the United fans. $19,258 inside Hampden tonight. That's actually up on the 2003 meeting between these sides. McDonald driving across. And the first corner of extra time goes the way of Celtic.
Still looking lively. Scott McDonald gets a throw in the edge of the box. Twists, United player takes himself out, goes to the byline and gets a corner.
Robson's corner in. Put away by David Robertson. Samaras standing on the edge of the 6-yard box, the left side. Robson swings it in. Wilkie again gets the header, comes out to Crosas. Up and over from Crosas. Started now 3 of the last 4 for Celtic. And thumped that one over in the search for his first goal for Celtic.
I think one of the players might realise if they hit one into the ground they might get something. He's getting pressured by Willie Flood, but Wilkie gets the header out and just concentrate and keep it down.
Just 3 semi-finals in the last 5 years to extra time. St Johnstone Hibs. It was an enjoyable occasion at Tynecastle. As Gomez then by Robson. The tug of the arm, the touch of the feet. Lee Wilkie trying to hold the Dundee United line. Nakamura delivered. It's a good header away. Gary Caldwell was right in there. Excellent play from John Daly.
Well, they're just a yard behind the penalty spot to start with. No back off. It's that zone again. But I'll tell you what a header that is because Caldwell scored.
Celtic with early pressure. Away by Feeney. Nakamura in again. It's Dixon. And the corner count rising, alarming rate in the first 4 minutes of extra time. Nakamura again. Some corner. He seemed to hit that in a strange way.
He just pinged it right across there with pace. I think if Leuven's could score, Samaras takes it right off him. Doesn't know what's behind him, to be fair, but Leuven's is on it. Samaras glances it well wide.
Just so used to seeing the corners either whipping in on the goalkeeper or coming out. He really just pinged that in almost direct.
Yeah, he can do everything, Nakamura.
Kovacevic. Crosses a touchdown onto Robson. Robson tried to work the 1-2 with Samaras. Flood was in there. Process. Kovacevic again. Iwoki. Morgana Gomez. Dixon. Well, Conway was shouting he wanted it short. It was launched long. Gary Colwell launches it away also. Scott Brown will clear. Gary Kenneth dealt with it. Wilkie waits for it. On to Feeney. It's been fairly quiet. Had to bring it into himself there. Nakamura. It's a great ball. Process. Robson out wide. Tries to find Samaras though. Samaras turns to hit across. McDonald not a million miles away. It was Lee Wilkie who was with him.
Two great passes. Dixon's gambling on it going wide to Robson, but Samaras peels in between them. And then a great cross in the box, but Wilkie across here coming again. He's been colossal tonight, Wilkie, for Dundee United.
Scott McDonald just complaining. Like the big Dundonian. Dundee United again, trying to repel. Nakamura in. Headed out by Hinkle it looked like. Flicked back by Leuven's. Flood. Conway. Leuven's back in again. Samaras mooching about, hoping for something to happen. And Gary Kenneth knocks it out of play. Celtic in no hurry to take. All the pressure. The first period of extra time. That's lovely play by McDonald. Lee Wilkie again hits it away. Comes out to Naylor. Naylor takes the touch. Down the middle it goes. Comes back onto Nakamura. And Zaruska watching it all the way.
Yeah, he gets a good strike on it. He's taking heed of my words. He keeps it down. Hits into the ground, Nakamura. Samaras does enough to get it back. Well held by Zaluska.
Gomez will get the free kick. Back wide onto Kovacevic. Trying to take on Samaras. Easy by the forward. Got a second chance to get it back. Lee Naylor sizes up what's around him. Wants to thump it forward. Kovacevic there with a header. Nakamura just didn't take it with him. Feeney. Through the legs of Brown, the nutmeg was on. Personally, Daly could do nothing with it.
Brown will like that.
I was going to say, I'd stay away from him for the next 5 minutes. Gomez, Dundee United now trying to get back. Gomez sends it. Flood not really the threat there. And Leuven's eased the ball out of play. Scott Brown doesn't miss much. And he missed the one that just nipped between his legs from Warren Feeney. Dundee United preparing another change. And Danny Swanson, maybe the third and final one for Craig Levein. Irvine sends it forward. Gary Kenneth sends it for Feeney to chase. It's almost like Celtic have had their little flurry for this period of the game. Dundee United's turn to respond. There's no push there. Conway. Away from 2, not 3. Crosas came back. 5 minutes to the interval. We will be moving across onto BBC Two Scotland. Keep you right up to date. As Robson goes across, you won't miss a moment of the action though, we can assure you. Robson goes down, the flag of Lawrence Kerrigan on the far side goes up.
John, a lot of fouls, Barry Robson. It's a little bit silly from Conway, just giving away in dangerous areas, and when you've got Nakamura and Robson on the pitch, you know exactly what's coming.
It's a great shot of the placement of the ball. This is going to come tumbling down on Dundee United. Robson decided to loop it. Lubens, it's off the back of Kovacic. McDonald turns the fullback, and again you get a second chance. Loops it up high, everybody's fighting for it. Well, the flag seemed to move on the far side. The flag I thought went up. Hinkle up against it, it breaks off the Celtic man. It's a Dundee United throw, but there was confusion momentarily.
Yeah, can't be offside. I think it's a Celtic player that's played the back out. Just a blunder by the assistant referee, but at least Callum Murray's on the ball and he spots it.
Flood downed by Barry Robson, and a little nibble out of him too. Barry Robson and Willow Flood, not members of the CAM club, that's for sure. Daly can't rise for it. Samaras brought it down. That's Nakamura. Kovacic. Well, it was into the mix, but Dundee United had to come out. Rich with the throw. Flood read it. And Brown gets away from Flood. Makes the challenge again. Infield. Nakamura. Samaras waits for it. Got the first touch. Samaras. On to Naylor through the legs of Feeney. Nakamura's made the run. Nakamura delivers it across. It's blocked. Comes back on to Samaras. The side net.
Well, they dropped Nakamura. I think Willow Flood drops him. Kovacic doesn't follow him. It's cut back. McDonald thinks he scored. Kenneth blocks it. Samaras side net and great chance.
Good hit from Samaras. Couple against Livingston earlier on in the season. Scored against Dundee United as well, of course. Ball flick forward, comes through. On to Artur Boric. The Cooperative Insurance Cup semi-final. See Celtic moving forwards, and Nakamura with a thumping shot from the side. Join us now on BBC Two Scotland from BBC One. The current scoreline is 0-0. extra time. Is it going to yield us a goal for either side? Nakamura with a shot that time.
Just helped on by Samaras, held up by McDonald, lays it wide to Nakamura, just to pitch again. It sits up on him, sort of shins it across and hits the side netting.
Flood going to move forward, challenged well by Brown, off to Nakamura, right past Gomez, with suspicion of handball. Nail it into the back of Feeney. Flood tried to gather. Conway lays it off to Robertson. Just behind Dixon. For Conway to chase. That's a free kick.
It's better from Celtic though. There's not many midfielders getting beyond these defences. Certainly Nakamura a couple of times got beyond, but no Dundee United midfielders getting beyond the Celtic defence. Need to try that more, both teams.
The half-time whistle brings the first period of extra time to a halt. There'll be a quick switch round. Referee Callum Murray will encourage the players to get into position. 105 goalless minutes. Celtic 0, Dundee United 0. Well, Craig Levein, Peter Houston trying to do some coaching from the side. Last time that Dundee United went to extra time in the League Cup, of course, the final last season, which went to penalties. Gordon Strachan looking on. Celtic last in extra time action in this competition against Falkirk. That went to penalties. 15 minutes away from kicks from the penalty mark. Or is there a hero out there in green and white with tangerine and black? Dundee United get us underway. They're looking for their first League Cup goal against Celtic since January 1988. Messrs Gallagher and Redford in the win. Since then, Celtic outscoring Dundee United 9-0. We've had even matches between the teams this season. Dundee United moving away through Conway. Conway across, can't pick anybody out. Finney came in. Cross forward. McDonald, Kovacevic goes in. It's going to be Dundee United's ball.
Oh, that was a chance. Robertson wants to win it, he knocks it to Conway and just gets in that box, and if Conway can pick him out, I'm sure he scores. He's not picked up. Hinkle falls over. Oh, it was a great chance, just a wrong choice, wrong decision making again.
Kenneth on to Dixon. Dixon forward looking for Daly. Daly appeared to run offside and then try and move back. All the way through to Arthur Boric. Scored in the Scottish Cup against East Stirlingshire. John Daly, that's his last goal. Can he find one in the Cooperative Insurance Cup semi-final? Here comes Barry Robson. Robson. Samaras left it. Nakamura flicked it on. Helped out by Trosas. Montanello. Horrendous. Can he get away with saying it bubbled?
Yes, slightly. We'll give him a slight one. But you see Conway down the other side as well. You just pick out Robertson. It's just sitting up all night. It's hard for the wide players. We're saying that half our players to run, half our players to pass, and certainly half our players to cross.
It's also hard for goalkeepers for shots that come low in, skidding at them, but we've not seen enough of them. As Hinkle does enough. David Robertson went on a rather silly slide. Nakamura lays off. Naylor on to Samaras. Samaras got away with that pass. Here comes Robson. McDonald wants it. Dixon took no nonsense. Trosas has played well. Couldn't find a Celtic player. Conway. Up by Dixon. Movens across. Trosas forward. Gary Kenneth tried to win it. Lee Wilkie. He had 2-on-1 there. He had to win it. Dixon onto Robertson. Conway up the touchline. Gomez. Kovacevic wants it on the far side. Flood thought about being more direct onto Feeney. Back onto Flood. Flood with a chance for Dundee United. Flood puts it across. That says it all.
That's brilliant from him though. Just waiting for the run there, Feeney. Flood bombing forward, does ever so well. Does he try and pick out Daly? Does he try and score? Maybe better going for goal. It's a cross come shot. Just needed to pick out the right pass again. Boy, doesn't he know it.
Caught betwixt and between. It had to be one or the other. And like you, I thought the shot was on. Celtic survived the flood on that occasion. What can they do with the ball this time? Here comes Robson. Enfield, Krusas. Brown onto Naylor. Brown forward, McDonald offside. Celtic are 2 points off in league terms and they were at the same stage last season, but they've scored fewer and conceded more. Dundee United 3 points better off than the same stage last term with a horrendous finish to the season. It's won 3 of the last 14 in the SPL. The side that Craig Levine's building looks like it's much stronger this season. Flood wants it. And gets it, the low ball in, Samaras away. Gomez with a touch. Dixon was short with that was horrible. Barry Robson, excellent to dig the ball to win it. Krosas going to find it back onto Robson. Robson looks up, initially blocked. And Samaras little chance. Kovacevic on the wrong side for him. Exceptionally well, Paul Dixon. Down the line it goes. Conway was pulling back Hinkle. Rosas onto Robson. Strong challenge from David Robertson. Celtic have the ball. Hinkle's okay. Nakamura. Looks across. Rosas well blocked. There's an important block too by Gomez. Now Dundee United come away. Feeney looks up. Daly was wide on the right. Comes to Conway. Wilson making a late run. That's a brilliant ball in! Warren Feeney anticipated it, but couldn't find a finish.
Yes, as I said, it's one of the midfielders getting beyond and he gets himself between Louvens and Caldwell. And he just needs a contact. Conway pulls it back on his right. It's a vicious delivery. Oh, it needs a little touch in there. It's in the net.
So close, but yet so far Warren Feeney has scored in the English League Cup. A couple of goals for Luton. It's been a good goal scoring form for Dundee United of late. As John Daly charges down. Well, he didn't want to use his goalkeeper. Did well to win the throw. Strong player, John Daly. Gomez. On to Dixon. Swiftly away with Caldwell. Nakamura onto Samaras. Just wanted to go past too many and Dundee United emerge. Robertson. Conway. Started to get very tired. Conway. Robertson was full of energy. And that's where it goes from Conway. Daly wanted it. Good pass back onto Flood. Feeney's ahead of him. Kovacevic on the side. United with 4 in the box. Kovacevic, Daly, leaves it back onto Robertson. It's on to Flood. Flood might get that back again. Well, no, Flood going for it. He's been forced across by Levens. Good play, the Celtic defender. Dutchman did well. And now Long, and a good pass onto Scott McDonald. Gary Kenneth out there. Scott McDonald cuts in field. Good tracking back. Kovacevic has to get rid of it though. Doesn't do so. Samaras. On to Barry Robson. Can he sink his former club? Back out wide. Gekrosas. Now Nakamura. And Zaluska claims he kept it in, but he didn't.
It's Robertson getting back there, trying to stop Nakamura. Takes a little touch. Celtic referee's right on the line. Good call just behind. Chance for Celtic after that little spell of pressure from United.
14 goal scorers for Celtic this season, the most of any side in the SPL. They share out the goals. They've got threats all across that box. Solid header away by Gary Kenneth. Runs with a head flick. Wilkie tries to get it away. Scott Brown. Tremendous energy from Brown. Tries to take on Gomez. Gomez leans into him. It's behind and it's a goal kick. Well, the Frenchman does really well here. Hard to believe he struggled at times to make his mark. English non-league football picked up by Craig Levein from Cowdenbeath, and he's got a player there.
Good strength at this stage in the game. The game's so stretched now, both teams given so much, and you see it's all been United pressure in this second period, extra time, but Celtic just go straight up the park and put some pressure on themselves.
And it's going to go against Scott McDonald. Gary Kenneth, the Dundee United player involved.
Down there, little slip for me. I think Kenny's foot gives way. McDonald just standing his ground. A little bit unlucky there, Scott McDonald.
Just drops past Conway. David Robertson goes in. John Daly. The free kick will be awarded though. Conway challenged by Glenn Lubens. David Robertson. It was that tumbled up and over.
He's got to ask the question, Conway. Needs a good delivery. Ask question of the defenders and the goalkeeper here.
Oh, it slipped in very, very quickly. It was cute. Just Owen Finney stumbled. Comes back though. Onto Conway. Finney. Just too clever at this stage. Scott Brown has to play it. With Dundee backing up. Conway that time. And Paul Dixon will thump across field. And Kenneth arriving. Kenneth to the rescue. Not a bad ball forward either. Well, the game is so stretched. Gary Caldwell now coming forward in support of Samaras. Samaras onto Nakamura. Back onto Samaras. Gary Caldwell yelling for the ball. Back to Nakamura. McDonald is waiting. He's well blocked. And the referee says that's a corner. It was the chest. Kovacevic was fairly certain.
That's a brilliant pick out by Nakamura. Away to the back post. McDonald thinks he's scoring. Kovacevic, body in the way. Great saving tackle.
Quick corner. Launched the cross and the crossbar hits. Samaras trying to battle him once more. Dundee United almost undone by the quick thinking of Celtic and Mark Rosas. Caldwell slips the ball through. Wonderful challenge from the goalkeeper, and Andres Hinkle are denied. They've got goal scoring threats all over the field.
Well, Rosas desperately unlucky. So a cross comes short, hits off the underside of the barbed wire. No, it's not blabbing, it's Gomez back on the line. He can't do much about it, comes back out. It's a lovely slip through ball. Hinkle, he thinks he's in, but Kenneth again, him and Wilkie at the back, across, clearing up the danger. Mighty challenge.
Look at all those anxious faces of Dundee United as the face of the bar was thumped. 2 minutes to full time. Nakamura forward, sends it out wide. Barry Robson. Celtic knocking, and they knock the ball again. It was Samaras. Celtic continue to come. It's Dundee United who come away. Celtic have come oh so close twice in the dire moments.
Oh, it's great spell of pressure from Celtic. He thinks he scored, he does brilliantly. Samaras, it's in there, all ends up. He thinks he's got the goalkeeper beam, crashes off the crossbar. Unbelievable stuff.
Twice they've hit the bar, but there's been no cause for celebratory drinks. Wonderful ball across.
Brilliant from Robson. He just hangs up there. Go on, son, put it in the net. He does brilliantly. Just hits the crossbar. He's desperately unlucky, Samaras.
Celtic coming again. 1 minute to be played. Barry Robson's offside on the far side. It looked close.
Certainly isn't Robson, it's offside. No way. The ball's not gone to him. Samaras, McDonald, maybe here's looking back at that cross. You know, this pitch, and he digs out that cross. He must think he scored. Even come off the underside of the bar, but it doesn't cross the line.
I'm sure he was certain that he'd scored. Played 4 against Dundee United. He scored in 1 match. Georgios Samaras almost put Celtic through to the final. The closing seconds. We started with drama. We're going to finish with drama. Nakamura inside. Gomes will go for it. Managed to get the touch. Daly's outside him. It comes to Flood. Flood to Conway. Inkle was strong. The referee looks. It is all over. The Cooperative Insurance Cup semi-final between Celtic and Dundee United was always going to be hard to call. It was after 90 minutes. It remains after 120 minutes. No goals. Gary Kenneth now speaking to Craig Levine. There's a few of these Dundee United players will be nervous about taking penalties after the final last term. Samaras thought he'd won it. I'm sure Gordon Strachan had done it as well. But full time and extra time. Celtic 0, Dundee United 0.
120 minutes of absolute tension all the way, Pat Nevin, and my goodness gracious, at the end there was so many chances, and it
just got better and better and better. I mean, there's a technical, it was great technically in the first half. You know, tactics was interesting in the second half as it went on, and then we got into extra time, and as I say, it just got better and better and better. And Celtic the first half extra time, 2 great chances. Dundee United then had 2 great chances themselves, and then Celtic hitting the crossbar twice at the end. I mean, better and better and better. We could have had another half hour, and I don't think the managers could have coped with it. But now we have to look at who's brave enough and who's big enough to stand up for it. You kind of know the players. Someone's going to be heartbroken, one of the players is, and I can't see anyone that pitch that deserves it. Yeah. Because there's been such a phenomenal work rate. Whoever's playing against Celtic and Dundee United at the weekend must be laughing, because the amount of energy that those guys have put into that game tonight is astonishing.
Stephen Craigan, Dundee United of course lost the final last year in penalties, heartbreaking for them. They've got another penalty shootout now. It must be in the back of some of their minds.
Well, it'll be in the back of the minds of the players who missed the penalties. I think Lee Wilkie especially was one. I think he might have missed one of the biggest penalties last season in the cup final. So, but I mean, I can't really give advice on penalties, Dougie. I'm not very good at them, but I know hearing other people talking about them is, make up your mind, strike the ball. You know which corner you're putting in or what position don't change your mind. Just go up and strike it. If it hits the back of the net, fine. If the goalkeeper saves it, there's nothing you can do. But we just seen Zaluska there. We spoke about him before the game and said, spotlight was on him. Celtic fans will be looking at him for next season. Dundee United fans looking at him from now. He's got a chance to put his new team out of a competition and put his current team into a cup final.
Craig Levine there laughing his head off, seems quite happy with the way things have gone. Gordon Strachan looking a wee bit more serious, but
well, the pressure's all on Gordon Strachan in many ways. The expectation is for Celtic to win trophies. Dundee United have done fantastically well to get this far, and Craig Levine must be absolutely delighted with the team he's performed. And Celtic for the last period there showed great character, didn't they? I mean, phenomenal character to come back to. I thought at one point they did look out on their feet, but yeah, I think both teams have shown that amount of character. There's just a number of players I would think I don't want to see miss a penalty. I don't want to see Kenneth miss a penalty. I don't want to see Wilkie miss a penalty. For the effort they put in, Flood, what a disaster it would be for him after an immense game today. And then you look through the Celtic, and they've got players as well that have played incredibly well. I mean, Nakamura obviously is a player who played very, very well, getting great crosses in. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be there just now because there's tiredness as well.
Yeah.
You know, and Stephen's absolutely spot on. That's what you do. You consider what you're going to do now. You should have it in your mind just now what you're going to do. Not if you're Boric and Zaluska. You can't lose at this point in time.
But Boric is a guy that looks at the guy taking the penalty and tries to psych him out. He's the king of it, isn't he? And he's such a kind of confident guy, for all that he's made some mistakes recently, but in a penalty shootout.
He's got such a big presence as well, Dougie. You know, I mean, I said to you before, when I went up to take a penalty at Rob Douglas, and when I put the ball down and turned around and looked, the goal suddenly shrunk because Rob Douglas was such a big character. And I think Boric has got that in him as well. You know, he's athletic, he'll get himself about, so you know, he'll enjoy it. He can make a name for himself again. You know, he can put his name in the papers for the right reasons. You know, and he's a big player now.
Also, Celtic players are used to the big occasion. Pat and Evan, would you now give us a who you favour, or are you going to still sit in the fence?
Well, I've said up until now I didn't see anyone scoring a goal. I think someone might score now. I think there's a fair chance that someone might score one of these just now. Again, you look at Boric. I think Boric is a great shot stopper. Clever player at psyching his opponents out. So yeah, maybe that gives them a slight advantage as well. And I think you look at through the team and who are penalty kick takers. I mean, Scott Brown's a penalty kick taker, McDonald's a penalty kick taker, Nakamura is a natural penalty kick taker. There are a lot of players who are natural takers of penalty kicks in that Celtic team. So I think, if anything, that's given Celtic a slight edge at this point in time.
Stephen, your thoughts on who's got the edge?
Yeah, well, I think Celtic have, you know, just because they've been there before, Dougie. You know, they play on big occasions all the time. But it's time for, you know, Dundee United, it's time for them to make a hero. You know, one of their players can make a name for themselves tonight.
Don't move a muscle, it's absolutely riveting stuff. And Paul and Billy will take you through it.
We certainly will. It's Boric against Zaluska, Dundee United against Celtic, Levine against Strachan, and waiting, Walter Smith and Rangers. Dundee United look like they're going to be going first. Peter Houston and Craig Levine been here before. Willow Flood scoring the first penalty in the final last term. Gordon Strachan, the experience in a penalty shootout against Spartak Moscow, fresh in his mind. It's Willow Flood who took the opening penalty for Dundee United in the final last term. Arthur Boric on his line. Let battle commence. Flood, perfect.
Not a bad start. Celtic target. Flood stands up there. Positive. No chance for the goalkeeper.
It's the way that you do it with such confidence. And the wave to the Dundee United fans. Scott McDonald steps up. Never scored at Hampden. Does he have the nerve to score on a penalty shootout? He looks, he turns, he shoots, he scores.
Great start for both teams. McDonald positive as well. Gives goalkeepers a look of the eyes. Just drags it away to the goalkeeper's right. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way. Two great penalties.
John Daly steps up. Beautifully down the middle from John Daly. We've been perfect so far.
Yeah, perfect conviction from first three players. He knows the goalkeeper's going to pick a side. Puts his laces through it, straight down the middle.
Gary Caldwell, he took the opening penalty against Spartak Moscow. The man with the captain's armband. Caldwell stands. Short run! Perfect penalty in the corner, low and hard. Just past Zaluska.
It had to be. Zaluska guesses right, but direction, power. right in the bottom corner. Another great penalty.
Beautifully done. Warren Feeney steps forward. The Dundee United fans so nervous. Feeney popped it down, has to go again. Such tension in this semi-final. Feeney sends the goalkeeper the other way. It's 3 out of 3 for Dundee United. They scored just twice in the final last term. No mistake.
Oh, but one of the penalties going that way, Boris think one of them will change, but they don't. And again, perfectly executed by Warren Feeney.
Nakamura missed last time out against Spartak Moscow. He's a good dead ball striker. He doesn't take as many penalties at Celtic as you might think. He scored from the spot this term. And Nakamura with the left foot. 6 penalties, 6 goals.
Quality penalty taken under the circumstances, under the pressure. Nakamura didn't expect anything else, just slots it away.
What a big moment now for Conway, who missed last time out. And no one is more pleased than himself to see that go past the hands of Arthur Boric and in. It takes nerve to do what he just did. Well done to Chris Conway.
Well, could have been United's night, because Boric guesses the right way. He's big, he's strong, gets a hand to it. But Conway just gets it up enough and into the net.
What a moment for Craig Conway at Dundee United. Barry Robson scored crucial penalties for Celtic last term. Robson! Four each. Goalkeepers yet to make the difference.
8 perfect penalties, Paul. Barry Robson's blasted his last few. Missed a crucial one in the Champions League. Makes no mistake there.
Paul Dixon. Another moment for the boy from Dundee. Dixon against Boric. They've been practising.
They certainly have. But he just absolutely thumps that one home. Pressure's on him, he knows if he misses, Samaras can step up, win it for Celtic. But he just smashes it. No chance for Arthur Boric.
14 goals this term. Georgios Samaras, the Greek. He scores, we go to sudden death. He doesn't, Dundee United go to the League Cup final. Samaras! Just and no more, but just is enough.
Good power, good height. Goalkeeper gets right, gets a slightest of touches on it, but he can't keep it out. But tell you what, 10 perfect penalties under this extreme pressure.
I've never been to a penalty shootout where all 10 have been scored.
Just have been.
Beautifully done. Olgaro Gomez for France and for Dundee United. Gomez steps back. That was cool and confident.
Brilliant from Gomez. Just wonder if the goalies are going to end up having to take one here. Brilliant penalty. Coolness personified.
Beautifully taken. All the way to the corner. Now we move into the non-natural penalty takers. Does Lee Naylor fit into that category? His 110th appearance for Celtic. Lee Naylor. He was in never any doubt where it was going.
Yeah, don't pick a side. Just get it down the middle. Make sure you hit that target. Let the goalkeeper dive out of the way. That's exactly what Lee Naylor does.
The man of the match, the Cooperative Insurance Cup man of the match, Gary Kenneth. Will that jinx him? Kenneth steps up. Lucky the net was there to stop it.
Just going to say that, nearly took the net with him. He wasn't just going to try and place it, he was making sure. And again, just absolutely puts the laces through it. And I think no goalkeeper's got any chance of keeping that out.
Mark Rosas now comes up. Well, Zaluska's saying the ball's not on the spot. Callum Murray is happy. Mark Rosas steps up. The goalkeeper got a hand to it. You can hear his groan from here. But it's 7-7.
What a quality penalty again, because the goalkeeper does guess the right way, and what she does, but look at that, hits the side netting first. Brilliant penalty from Rosas.
Well, some penalties shootouts said 3-2, 5-4, 7-7 so far. David Robertson, the last man to give Dundee United the lead against Celtic. Robertson steps up. Simply done.
No power, but precision. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, he had to. But 15 penalties, all scored. I mean, no goals in the game, and then they stick away 15 shots out of 15. Unbelievable.
Scott Brown's turn. Involved in the penalty shootout. Rangers and Hibs. Brown steps up. If Zaluska had stood still, he was fine, he wasn't. Brown scores. 8 apiece. And we're going further and further down the order.
Exactly the same as Robertson, straight down the middle. If the goalkeeper stays and goes the other way, he probably saves it, but coolness again from Scott Brown.
Lee Wilkie steps forward. He missed last time out. Wilkie stands, looks up, and he misses again. The key moment. Lee Wilkie kicks the post in frustration. He's a hard man, but that's a hard moment to take. Join us on BBC One for the conclusion of this match. Glenn Lubens to take the penalty.
IS Cup. From us, good night.
Glenn Lubens has got the chance to send Celtic into the final of the Cooperative Insurance Cup final. The first penalty missed by Lee Wilkie.
New comedies on BBC.
Glenn Lubens against Lucas Zaluska. This for the final. What tension round Hampden. The referee says go. The goalkeeper says you're not getting past. And Glenn Lubens had the chance. He can't take it. And Dundee United are lifeline.
Well, when Lee Wilkie needed a hero, he got one. Lucas Zaluska hooks it, but Zaluska guesses the right way and beats it out. Unbelievable.
Such drama, and Lee Wilkie is relieved. That's how much they feel for him. Michael Kovacevic gets ready. We're into the fullbacks now. Kovacevic! Advantage Dundee United. And Andreas Hinkel will now step forward.
Opens up his body well, Kovacevic. Shows Boris he's going to put it to his left and just drags it at the last moment, sticks it away. Pressure on Hinkel.
Dundee United were on the edge of goodbye. It's now Celtic who have to score. Lucas Zaluska has saved one. Andreas Hinkel steps back. The cool German. Hinkel. So cool.
Fair play to the lad. Under that pressure, knows if he misses, his team is out. But my word, does he just thump it home. Like a lot of the penalties. But that's one of the best, right in the top bin. No chance.
And it's the German who makes it 9-9. It's goalkeeper time. The things you think you'd never say. Lucas Zaluska against Arthur Boric. Zaluska! He's done his job. It's 10-9 and a most remarkable penalty shootout.
Oh, I've never seen the likes, Paul. And two of them facing up to one another. Teammates maybe in the future. Zaluska sends them the wrong way. Can Boris do the same?
He's done so much for Celtic. Can he keep them in this? He does! That's how to do it.
How cool's that? Unbelievable. Thought he just lifted it too high, but I'll tell you what, he just sticks that right in the top corner. Great penalty, probably the best of them all. Oh.
That's our goalkeepers take penalty kicks. Absolutely perfect.
Doesn't have to go through this again.
Let's go round again. Willow Flood. Just 2 penalties missed. Flood goes up. And off the ball edge watches as Willow Flood is the man who's missed.
Well, that's the dilemma you've got. Do you put it the same way? Do you change your side? And he gets caught in between for me. And he just lifts it, hits the crossbar over. Advantage Celtic.
It's banged on the bar, and now Scott McDonald comes forward. Lucas Zaluska has saved them once. Scott McDonald. Well, you might be prepared to take 1 penalty in a shootout. You rarely think you're going to take 2. He turns and goes again. Scott McDonald sends Celtic to the Cooperative Insurance Cup Final of 2009 for the most remarkable penalty shootout you will ever see. Even the goalkeeper scored after Boric is the hero. Scott McDonald, the man with the winning penalty. 5 League Cup tournaments have passed as though fun have battled through to meet each other in the final, but they will do so this year. Lee Wilkie and Gordon Strachan shake hands, but it's more hand and heartache for Dundee United.
Incredible scenes. It's tough. It's tough at Dundee United. I've been there before. Willow Flood. It's a shame for him, but tell you what, best display of penalties you'll ever see. McDonald, the goal scorer, goes and wins it.
The Cooperative Insurance man of the match was Dundee United's Gary Kenneth.
Beautifully done by Scott McDonald. And Celtic it is who celebrates Brown Handon. What a match. Glenn Louvens, who had the chance and saw his penalty save. Barry Robson is smiling. He's off to the League Cup final for the very first time. Gary Caldwell, who took the captain's armband. But it's Celtic's night at Hampden Park, and Old Firm final beckons on the 15th of March. The Cooperative Insurance Cup semi-final was decided on penalty kicks in favour of Celtic.
Quite an incredible end to an incredible match. 11-10. Celtic win and they're through to the final of the League Cup. Pat Nevin, have you ever seen anything like that in your puff?
That is absolutely extraordinary, and Dundee United must be the most heartbreaking team on the planet to follow. Astonishing what they've actually gone through. No one deserved to lose tonight. Phenomenal penalty kicks. Standards is brilliant.
Stephen Craigan, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's the most astonishing thing I've ever seen. I mean, you must admit, I'm delighted for Scott McDonald. You know, that's why he went to Glasgow Celtic, was to play in cup finals and play in big games. And he showed the bottle tonight. He had to go back up, you know, again and take a second penalty, and he'd done it with wonderful composure. And on the night, you know, I don't think anybody deserved to lose, but you know, some had to go through, and it was Celtic.
I know, quite incredible as well. I mean, the penalty, the winning penalty was from Scott McDonald, and he was very cool.
And the Celtic and Rangers Cup final that we're expecting is going to happen. Last thing in people's minds just now.
Yeah, League Cup final on the 15th of March, an Old Firm final for the 13th time. Will that be unlucky for some?